The big rally yesterday, 300 points almost. The Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said the trade war was on hold. That helped yesterday. China is lowering tariffs on imported cars, and we are ending sanctions on ZTE, the Chinese phone maker. Come on in, economist Peter Morici, because I'm sure you think that China is winning, that this is just peanuts, and you're a hardliner, aren't you?
Yeah, I became an economist because I'm never happy, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a big dismal scientist. And
funny.
I really, what this comes down to is the middleman of the trade quintet, Wilbur Ross, neither, you know, in the Navarro camp or the Kudlow camp, is the man they're sending to China to negotiate the deal, the real deal across the broad scope of manufacturing and high-tech, which would really ultimately abate the tariffs and the trade war. We have to see what he brings back. But clearly, Mr. Trump has got the Chinese attention, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Let's see if Wilbur can bring back something other than a wheat deal.
Now, but this is important, I think. China is committing, according to Larry Kudlow, and he's going to be on Fox Business later on today, he's been saying China is committed to buying 35 to 40% more from our farmers, an extra $8 billion a year. Now, I'm not sure whether to call that a concession or not, but they're certainly talking and they're making deals.
They are, but they're not making deals in the places that we really need them most.
Not yet, Peter.
Not yet. I understand. I understand. That's why we have to see what Wilbur brings back. The important thing is it isn't Secretary Mnuchin that's doing the negotiating, because, frankly, he just doesn't believe. Wilbur Ross is a manufacturer. He does. There's a big difference. He also has a better understanding of how trade policy can be used to manipulate industrial structure. Mr. Mnuchin is a financial guy, good at foreclosing on mortgages. This is not his expertise, and he should not be the one that's doing this negotiating. So let's see what Wilbur brings back to confirm your optimism.
All right. Well, the only person that really counts is President Trump, and that's a fact. But I've got to move on, Peter. You know how fast we move on this award-winning show?
Right.
If we
By the way,
contest,
you got Kudlow on Fox now, don't you? You see?
Yeah, he's on at 4 o'clock this afternoon. I was about to tell the audience that. Yeah. We're Fox Business. Come on. All right. A new Gallup poll. 67% say it's a good time to find a quality job. Best percentage since Gallup began asking that question back in 2001. What do you say about that, Peter?
Well, it just goes to show you when the government gets out of the way, and Donald is sure trying hard to get out of the way, the American ingenuity and sense of enterprise can accomplish great things. You know, basically Obama was running a baloney factory. He was giving the baloney to Wall Street. They were making a lot of money, and he was giving the skin to the workers in the form of welfare, but not jobs. What Donald Trump has managed to do is to get ordinary working people better opportunities in the workplace. It's certainly not like the 80s and 90s, but it is better than it was before. You know, this is a little bit like, you know, people coming out of a sleep and they feel better. But this is not the kind of job market we had in the 20th century, but it is decidedly better, and it's a testimony to, if you'll excuse me saying, supply-side economics.
Okay, we got something positive out of you after all. That's very good. Peter, out of time. Thanks very much indeed.
Take care.
Yeah, see you later.